You must have observed that whenever you go to a party, there are two types of people there. One who is very talkative and his stories never end. At one time they talk about something and the next time they talk about something else. Their stories never become complete. On the other hand, there are some people who talk less and their stories end at a particular time. They talk concisely and precisely. Such is the case with rational and irrational numbers. These two numbers are very important in studying mathematics. So what are these numbers? Rational numbers are those numbers which can be represented in the form of P over Q, just like this one, P over Q. We can write it in the form of fraction, just like this one, 2 over 3. All our natural numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, everything is a rational number because we can write 5 over 1. When we divide a number by 1, it doesn't change. It remains the same. 5 remain the same. So that means we can write every natural number in the form of rational number. 5 over 1, 6 over 1, 7 over 1. So every natural number is a rational number. And other numbers which we can write in the form of 2 over 3, 4 over 5, 6 over 9, all these numbers are rational numbers. And then there is another example, 0.49. These are the decimal numbers. So these decimal numbers are also rational number because we can write it in the form of this one, 49 over 100. So it becomes a rational number. So decimal number which terminate after a while is called a rational number. And there is another decimal number example where after decimal numbers repeat themselves. There comes a specific pattern, and if there is a specific pattern and the number goes on after the decimal, these numbers are also the rational numbers because we have a method to convert these in the form of P over Q. So these are all the examples of rational number. There is another example of rational number which is 4 and it's a square root. All those numbers which are the square of something. For example, 9 square root, it is also a rational number because when we solve it, it becomes 3. The same way 16 square root is equal to 4. So these all square roots are the rational numbers because they are the square of something. And then comes the irrational numbers. So irrational numbers are totally opposite to the rational number because these numbers cannot be written in the form of P over Q, just like this one, P over Q. We cannot write these in the form of this one. They cannot become in the form of a ratio or fraction. Now these are the special numbers, just like pi. Pi is equal to 3.14, 15, 926 and so on. It goes on and on and on. It doesn't terminate itself. And since it has no specific pattern, we cannot write it in the form of a rational number. It cannot be written in the form of P over Q. So pi is a irrational number. And other examples of irrational numbers are those numbers which are not the square of a number and they comes in the form of a square root, just like this one. 2 square root is equal to 1.414213, and these numbers again don't have a specific pattern and they goes on and they do not terminate themselves. So these are all the irrational numbers. There is another irrational number which is E. So this is the main difference between rational and irrational number. These are very important for your math studies. So you should remember these two terms.